What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2025 Fan Selection World Football set from Futera. This is the Series 1 release and dropped for 110 bucks on the Futera website. Resale for these is around the $180 mark at the moment, plus or minus. And we're here to show you guys what this product's all about. So let's get right into it, guys. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and really helps us grow. And helps us put more content out there like this for you guys. And when you click on eBay search links on this page and make a purchase, it can result in us earning a commission, which also supports us in the long run as part of the eBay partner network. So this is going to be a 8x3 format, 24 cards total. Let me just show you guys all the sides of the box. Nice little foil action going on. And then here's the back. There's usually nothing on the back, or nothing that important on the back for Futera products. But okay, right off the bat, it looks like we got a special box, but I think this is what all the boxes look like. Okay, so actually let's just get this out to see what it looks like out of curiosity. Okay, so half of the packs have fallen to the bottom and then half were at the top. Let's just get rid of this stuff and put this back over here. And let's put this all the way back there. So what are we expecting to get from these boxes? 3 number cards per box, plus either a special insert, a mem, or an on-card auto. On-card autos are supposed to be very, very rare. So if you pull one of those, consider yourself extremely lucky. But in terms of parallels, I'll put up a reference table on the screen for you guys to help visualize things, because it's not really the simplest thing on earth. But yeah, 250 master cases total based on this. Leaves us with 4,000 of these boxes as the total print run. And as with most Futera products, master cases are going to have 4 mini cases within them and 4 boxes within each mini case. So 16 of these per master case. But based on that, it does look like that you should be expecting to see a 1-1 in every 5 to 6 boxers or so. So if you pull one, feel free to share your hits on our Discord or DM us on Instagram. But all right, guys, let's get started here. Can't say I've seen a blue foil pack from Futera before. I never ripped to the older releases, much older releases for Fan Selection. But here is card number 1, Victor Gyökeres, Dream Team for Sweden. And right off the bat, I'm sure most of you guys will notice something that is missing from these cards. But all right, I actually like this design. Heroes Kaká. I think this is actually technically the one of the base set designs. So there's like 3. I think there's like Dream Team, Cutting Edge, and Heroes, and this is one of them. This has to be my favorite design from what I've seen. And the back is foil. Did not expect that whatsoever. Kind of reminds me of like foils from Panini or Topps, or like refractors. I guess that would be the equivalent. This would be just like a regular one. So none of these are numbered, because this one is going to be numbered. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, the front has like this cross pattern. So this is going to be your laser, and then the color of the text is going to designate the color of the parallel. So 4 out of 4, we have Nicolo Barella. So if it didn't have these lasers, it would just be like a regular red or whatever was on the table earlier. I forget the names. I think it was like blue shine, red shine, and then if you have those lines, it's going to be like red laser shine. I don't know who came up with the naming convention, but if it works, it works. All right, so Futera tends to have a lot of these packs that are very difficult to open in that sense. And look at that, Dream Team, Lamine Yamal. Once I figure out how to, there we go. We're going to take a look here. So Dream Team, once again, this is going to be technically another base card. Let's put that over there. I think I just like sleeved that one for some reason. And Lamine Yamal, Dream Team. Let's put this guy over there. And Cutting Edge, I think this is going to be our 2nd numbered card. Let's turn it, actually probably not, because there is no laser. So no laser, blue text. So this should be blue shine. All right, so like an unnumbered parallel. And this is like thicker. I don't know if I showed you guys earlier. So these should all fit in regular 35-point top loaders, and then these thicker ones should fit in 55 points, kind of like Obsidian stock. So we have a thick pack here. I want to save that to the end, because it seems like thick packs have like hits in them. So let's take a look at potentially some more numbered cards here, or just some more base. Dream Team, France, Netherlands, and España. So Cutting Edge, once again, non-numbered. We will do a recap at the end. But man, I'm not used to seeing this design from Futera whatsoever. this, I was actually pretty surprised when they announced this. And when I saw the release, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be an interesting review. Cutting edge, once again, I'm not going to sleeve every single one of these, but we have another Heroes, the foil on the back. I'm trying to understand that concept, but I guess Futera is going to do something new here. All right. I'm sure it's not like new in the hobby, but as far as Futera products go, I can't say I've seen a, ooh, what is this? Oh man, for a split second I thought it was that new like Hypno 1 of 1 pattern, but we have Due here, Dream Team, and we have another Dream Team, and Cutting Edge, another red laser. So the laser is like this laser shooting horizontally, and then red is the text. So 4 out of 4. Let's put this in a top loader. I didn't do it with the one earlier. So this is just like a regular top loader, guys. 35 points. And if you guys do want to get some more information on new releases, because a lot of people didn't even know this was coming out, we do kind of run like an announcement channel on our Discord. We update it every week. So definitely join if you'd like to get the latest info on new releases. And then for group breaks, we do announce those on our WhatsApp, Facebook, and Discord, and Instagram. So the whole 9 yards. All right, so the last 2 packs are going to be thicker packs. This feels extra thick. That's probably going to have the patch in it. But I was really hoping to see a like 1 of 1 of some sort. We have, I keep thinking it's like that, the special Hypno 1 of 1, but it's not. So we have Tijani Reinders, former AC Milan boy. This is kind of hard to read. Oh, okay, awesome. So they had the subset called awesome, like midfielders, defenders, keepers, strikers. Just depends on the position. And this one is like super thick. This one feels like it's like 120 point, I want to say. Let's just actually test that real quick. Actually, I want to start with like 100 point, so we don't have to go up. Feels a little too tight. So the 120 points fits just right. Yeah, this is a very interesting design because the purple isn't necessarily a parallel. You'd think the purple is like a parallel, but it's actually blue, or whatever it's called, blue shine laser out of 9. Very, very confusing. Not the most straightforward thing in the world, but let's see what our last pack has. Of course, you can get those like massive on-card autos with like the special frame that you get from like other Futera sets. They're usually gold, so that's like on its own set the bar so high. But we have, yeah, it's definitely going to be our patch. The patch has like a very strange like design. I guess it's signature design for Futera fan selection, because it does remind me of like releases from the 90s. But we have Kickin out of 21, the highest numbered. So from his Brighton Hove Albion game worn jersey back in the day, borderline thought he was wearing Brighton. That would be very strange, but this should be 130 point, very classic for patches in the hobby. But yeah, again, I'm not really used to seeing this kind of design from Futera. This whole set seems like it's somewhat all over the place, but let's actually put this guy in a top loader and let's do a recap of all the stuff that we got. So these are just like base slash inserts from like the base set. 2 heroes, probably my favorite, and then non-numbered parallels, cutting edge, blue shine. We got 4 of those, and then we had all this. I guess this would be true base technically, because it's, you know, much more common than the other ones. And in terms of numbered cards, we have 2 red laser shine, whatever order you want to put it in, 4 out of 4 both, and then we have an insert out of 9. So there's our 3 numbered cards, and then this is our last slot. So the on-card auto would replace this and whatever other special insert that we would potentially get. But how do we feel about this set, guys? I'll put up the rating on the screen while we talk about it, but not really what we typically see from Futera. I feel like this is like the 500th time that we've said this in the video, but definitely a throwback thing going on here. They made like quite a few of these like fan selection sets in the 90s and like 2000s, I want to say. But starting off with the design, as always, it is going to be an odd one for me this time around. So the 3 separate like base designs add an extra level of confusion to the like already confusing parallels and numbering system as is. And the text seems like too blocky for my liking. And if I were to go with like one consistent design from Dream Team, Cutting Edge, or Heroes, I would definitely go with like this design as like the base design compared to this one. This one's like not bad, but I feel like there's like, yeah, that's the other one. So cutting edge is maybe a little too busy, but either one of these would be fine, but this is much better in my opinion. But the foil on the back is also an interesting factor that we talked about earlier. Not like a game changer or anything, and I think most people probably won't really see it as like that big of a deal. But overall, when you do get parallels and you look at especially like the laser design, I feel like there's just, I don't know, too much going on. Maybe this is like not too bad, but like this was very confusing to just like look at. So there's a lot of elements in this set that are, I don't know, just question marks left and right. What do you guys feel about this? Like, let me know in the comments down below. Some people probably don't mind it, but I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, what am I looking at? But anyway, base set size and price aren't anything too crazy as well. I want to say pretty average, but it isn't really like adding any extra points to this. So that's why it ended up where it is, especially for like unlicensed cards, unlike all the other, team specific releases from Futera. But in terms of hits, a relatively high chance for a 1/1 in these, as well as on-card autos. We didn't obviously get one in this one, but the checklist overall is going to be pretty rough. Just keep that in mind. Again, it's kind of hard to tell like what's what right off the bat. And the Hypno design for like the 1/1s, I've seen one before, so I wish I could maybe put a picture. I don't know if I could find one. We'll see. That design is very, very interesting. It's definitely something we're not used to seeing from Futera, and probably won't be as appealing as the regular Futera Diamond 1/1s out on the market. But who knows what Futera's plan is with the Hypno design, so we'll just have to wait and see. That being said, there's still a lot of nice patches to be pulled from this set, especially for the most current day big name players like Haaland and Mbappe, with the addition of some GOATs like CR7, Pele, and Maradona. No Messi autos or patches this time around, unfortunately, but you can definitely get some Lamine Yamal on-card autos, Cole Palmer, Ronaldinho, Xavi, Rooney, and even Eze, Rodrigo Mora, and Dean Huijsen from some of the upcoming players. And yeah, just keep in mind that the good mem and auto ratio in this release is going to be super brutal, so sitting way below industry standard, unfortunately. So if you want to try something out that's new, this is definitely one of those products, but there's a lot that could have been fine-tuned in this release, I feel like. And of course, one of the setbacks for Futera World Football products is going to be the lack of licensing as usual. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we're all hoping to see that change sometime soon for Futera. But just going to leave it at that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, group breaks, and giveaways. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.